Hi, I'm Wayne Alaroot for Personal Liberty. Happy New Year 2014. Unfortunately, happy days aren't here again. I can't lie to you. I can't make something up to pacify you during a national holiday. My New Year's gift to you is simply the truth. You've got to hear it. If you want to save America, save your job or business, save your civil rights and freedoms, and save your children's or grandchildren's future. The truth is shocking and disturbing. The truth is we have a tyrant in the White House. His level of bullying, lying, spying, distorting, manipulating, intimidating, demonizing, and using propaganda to cram his policies down our throats is unlike any president in history. His name is Barack Hussein Obama. But it might as well be some Marxist thug like Fidel Castro or Hugo Chavez or the old leaders of East Germany. The result is something none of us ever imagined. America living in decline, crisis, and fear. An even better analogy is to compare Obama to Chicago's own Al Capone. We have an organized crime gangster living in the White House who believes the ends justify the means. He's playing the meanest, dirtiest game that's ever been played in D.C. Let me explain the tricks of the gangster's trade and how we're being played. Obama learned well from Chicago's own Al Capone. First, Obama uses his army of government employees to fix elections by intimidating critics and destroying his political opposition. The Tea Party's won the 2010 elections in an historic landslide. Fact. So just like the dictator gangster Obama is, he used the IRS to attack, persecute, and bankrupt them. He sucked out their life, energy, and enthusiasm, and the result, amidst the worst economy since the Great Depression, Obama won the election with his army of government employees doing the dirty work. And just to be sure, Obama's loyal government employee goons in the Census Bureau created fraudulent data about jobs in the weeks leading up to the election. Like all organized crime, the books were cooked, and I believe the fraud continues unabated right now, every month. The jobs reports are either outright crooked, just made up out of thin air, or certainly manipulated to make it look like we have jobs recovery. We don't. That's how gangsters and tin pot dictators stay in power, through an army of brutal enforcers doing whatever it takes to keep the boss in power. We don't have a president, we have a tutti di capo. Don't forget, Obama also used the IRS to silence free speech by attacking critics like me and hundreds of others, maybe thousands, who dared criticize him in the media. Obama even stooped so low as to persecute a stage 4 terminal cancer victim who criticized Obamacare. It was only a few days after appearing on Fox News that this cancer victim at death's door was audited by the IRS. Coincidence? If you believe that, I have a bridge to sell you in Brooklyn. But that's all actually child's play. The serious dictator gangster wants to know your deepest, darkest secrets so he can extort and blackmail you. Obama uses the IRS to uncover his opponent's business and tax dealings. He uses the NSA to listen to all our calls, emails, and texts. He uses Obamacare to snoop into your medical and sexual history. Or didn't you know Obamacare demands that your doctor ask about your sexual history? That information is now in the hands of Big Brother. Obama understands whoever has the most information is in control. Everyone has secrets they don't want publicly exposed, at the risk of losing your career, your reputation, or worst of all, how about your spouse and family? I believe Obama and his goons are using this information to extort and blackmail his GOP opposition. If you don't believe this is happening, you are naive. This is the very point of all the three-letter government organizations, IRS, FBI, SEC, EPA, NSA. Obama uses them as his personal army, police force, and mafia hitmen. How else can you explain John Boehner calling Obama bad names and swearing to support small government, lower taxes, less spending, and reducing the debt, then turning around days later and agreeing to a deal to increase spending, taxes, and the debt? Either he's being blackmailed or he's the worst actor in the world. How else can you explain a true blue conservative patriot like Justice John Roberts standing in full throttle opposition to Obamacare, writing the majority Supreme Court opinion against it, striking it down, killing it, then suddenly walking into the Supreme Court chambers, reversing course to join the other side and tell everyone he's writing a new majority opinion supporting Obamacare? How else can you explain General We Never Leave Anyone Behind Petraeus, then the head of the CIA, standing silently by while his CIA operatives were murdered and left behind in Benghazi? Obama refused to send help, yet General Petraeus never said a word. Why? Was he being blackmailed over an affair? Now we know he was in fact having an affair, but at the time no one else knew, except of course the government listening to his calls and spying on his emails. Did they use that information to blackmail him and then hang him out to dry after the fact? Perhaps the affair was the smallest thing they had on Petraeus. Perhaps there's much more that we'll never know. But everyone has secrets. Everyone does something wrong. Big Brother now knows them, and I believe they are using them to extort our politicians and military leaders. Obama obviously has ways to control people. It takes more than wonderful speeches on teleprompter to make conservatives suddenly go against their principles and everything they've ever believed in. My belief is that Obama and his Chicago hit squad has the goods on the opposition. They find your weakness, then hold it over your head like a sword. They've uncovered transgressions, corruption, insider trading, tax cheating, or photos of the political opposition in bed with the wrong person, or maybe even the wrong gender. They might even offer a deal too good to refuse. Vote our way, and we'll give you $1 million per year lobbying job or law firm partnership, or put it in a Swiss bank account. Vote against us, and we'll leak your embarrassing secrets and ruin your life. There's no other common sense explanation. What about Obama's executive orders, ignoring Congress and the Constitution to carry out his big government plans, to give amnesty to illegal immigrants, to use the EPA to destroy the coal industry, to stop oil drilling coal in its tracks? The list is long. Just like dictators and mafia gangsters who couldn't care less what the law says. Or Obama's lead henchman in the Senate, Harry Reid, my own Nevada senator, dispensing with a century of tradition to allow Obama's appointees to be approved by a simple 51-vote majority, a so-called nuclear option. Why? To put appointees in places of importance with such radical Marxist backgrounds, they could never be approved without rigging the system. Then there's the military purge, about which few Americans know or understand. Obama has fired more commanding generals in the past year, along with hundreds of junior officers on track to become generals, than any president in history. It's a scene right out of The Godfather when Al Pacino kills every opponent standing in the way of his power. This is not a happy commentary for New Year's. I get that. But this is the commentary America needs to hear. This is my tough love New Year's gift to America and the readers of Personal Liberty. A wake-up call. A gift that just might save your life. Wake up, America, because by next New Year 2015, it may all be gone. Our country, capitalism, Judeo-Christian values, American exceptionalism, and our children's future. And you might want to throw Israel into that list too. Gone. All wiped away by one man, a lying, spying, bullying tyrant in the White House. I'm Wayne Allyn for Personal Liberty. God bless America, and I pray we can successfully fight to save this country in this new year, 2014. Bye-bye.